Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Cardano's price chart, and I still stand by what I said in the previous video, meaning in the short term, I'm still counting on yet another move on the upside, and now I think I have some more reasons to believe that. Why? You see, in terms of classic patterns, I'm not really sure if you are a big fan of them, but if you are, this can be considered as a beautiful head and shoulder structure. However, pay attention, this isn't at the moment confirmed yet. When will it get confirmed? When we get a break of the neckline right in here about 84 cents, and by breaking it, I mean we go above the line, do a pullback, and then we get a continuation of our uptrend in order to take this important high. And at that point, what's going to be the target? First things first, you have to put your chart on regular scale, okay? It's very important to understand that there is simply no measuring waves on logarithmic. That's not a thing. And then you need to measure the height of your head and shoulder and put it at your supposedly breaking point. This is giving you about a 1991 cents Cardano, meaning from the current point, I think we can expect maybe like a 10 to 12% move on the upside. But again, pay attention, this is all based on the assumption that we are going to confirm this head and shoulder. As long as we are not doing that, I think you need to be a bit patient and careful and watch the current price action very closely. Now, here's a very important point. Whenever you are having a couple of highs very close together, at that point, a lot of amateur short-term traders are actually going to open some short positions around the highs, and they will, most of them at least, put their stop loss above here in hope that we get a move on the downside. And by the initial phase, we may very well see a move down. However, that is going to be short-lived because the price, unfortunately, is going to destroy those short-term traders. And guess what? After this small phase down, we are in most cases at least going to see a rather strong bounce back in order to take all the highs and probably go quite a bit higher than that. And in my view, this can be yet another very important reason for why in ADA makes sense to go up in here. So let's zoom in more and count the highs that are very close together in this area. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highs are extremely close together. So I'm going to argue there's actually a good argument to be made for quite a bit of liquidity to be above the highs. And well, based on what we said, we can, I think, argue in the short term, we are going to see a move on the upside in order to gather the liquidity in here. And again, pay attention, in order for this move to be sustainable and for us to reach to at least somewhere around that 1991 cents region that we talked about earlier, we need to see after this initial move some sort of a slow and choppy pullback and then another move up. Okay, it's very important to understand that, because I do think there's like a very high chance that we are going to get this move, but whether we are going to get this continuation pattern or not, that can be up for debate. And that's why I think you need to pay full attention to what is going to happen in this area. And here is my final reason for why I think we may see a move up in the short term. Let's zoom more. There we go. So what is going on in here? Let's actually go even on H4 time frame, because the signs are quite clear. You see, these are a series of lower lows on the live chart. However, in MACD, as you can see, sorry about that one, we are having a series of higher lows. So this might be a bit of a bullish divergence, and here is the line for it. And I think this time our divergence is going to do the job, especially when you combine that with the fact that it seems like, okay, in H4 time frame, we are getting a buy signal in here as well. So as you can see, most signs do indicate in ADA we are going to see maybe like a 10% move on the upside. But again, let's just take every single thing in here step by step and not jump into any unnecessary bullish conclusion. Let's just get that move up, and then we will make new updates and see what might be next. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Cardano. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.